It was 2:17 a.m. when Daniel heard the knocking. 3 slow knocks, not loud, not urgent, just deliberate. Daniel sat up in his bed inside the old Ravenwood Hotel, a building that had been standing for almost a century. The wooden walls creaked softly whenever the wind touched them, and tonight the storm outside was growing stronger. Knock, dot, knock, dot, knock, dot again. Daniel frowned and checked his phone. No messages, no missed calls. The hallway outside his room should have been empty. He had checked in late, and the receptionist told him he was the only guest on the 3rd floor. He walked slowly toward the door. "Hello," he called. No response. The hallway light slipped through the crack under the door. Whoever knocked was still there, or had just left. Daniel opened the door. The hallway was empty, long, silent. The yellow lights flickered slightly as thunder rolled outside. The old carpet stretched across the hallway toward a row of closed doors. Room 301. Room 303. Room 305. All dark. Daniel stepped into the hallway and looked left, then right. No one. He sighed and turned back toward his room. That's when he noticed something strange. Across the hall, the door to room 309 was slightly open, just a few inches. Daniel frowned. When he arrived earlier that night, every single door on this floor had been closed. He was sure of it, and the receptionist had said something else too. The 3rd floor is unused. We keep it closed most of the time. Daniel slowly approached the door. A faint light glowed from inside. "Hello," he said again, his voice a little shaky this time. Still nothing. The door creaked as he pushed it open. The room looked almost identical to his own. Same bed, same old furniture, same faded wallpaper. But something felt wrong. The air was cold, much colder than the hallway, and there was a smell. Old dust, like the room hadn't been opened in years. Daniel stepped inside. "Is anyone here?" Silence. He turned to leave, deciding this was a bad idea. Then a whisper. Soft, right behind him. "Don't leave." Daniel spun around. Nobody. The room was empty. His heart started beating faster. "Okay, that's not funny," he muttered, trying to convince himself it was just the wind or his imagination. He checked the bathroom. Empty. The closet. Empty. But as he stepped back into the main room, he noticed something on the desk. A small cassette player. Old. Very old, and it was running. The tape inside was slowly spinning. Daniel leaned closer. Static filled the tiny speaker. Then a voice, distorted, weak. "Help me." Daniel froze. The voice sounded terrified. "Please, someone." Daniel grabbed the cassette player. "Hello? Who is this?" But the voice didn't respond. It just kept repeating the same desperate words. "Help me." Then suddenly, the tape stopped. Click. Silence. Daniel stared at the player, confused. Then something made his blood run cold. On the side of the cassette player, someone had scratched a date into the plastic. October 14th, 1998. Daniel swallowed hard. He pulled out his phone and quickly searched the hotel's name along with the date. A news article appeared almost instantly. His eyes widened as he read the headline. "College student disappears from Ravenwood Hotel, room 309. Daniel felt a chill crawl down his spine. He read further. The article explained that a young woman named Lena Carter had checked into room 309 during a road trip. She was never seen again. Her belongings were still inside the room, but she had vanished without a trace. No signs of struggle, no witnesses, no answers. Daniel slowly looked around the room again. The cold air, the thick dust, the old cassette player. It was all starting to make a terrifying kind of sense. Then something moved, very slightly. The bathroom door. It was slowly opening. Creak. Daniel's breath caught in his throat. "Hello," he whispered. The bathroom light flickered on. Inside the mirror, he saw something, a shadow, standing behind him. Daniel spun around. Nothing. But when he looked back at the mirror, the shadow was still there, right behind his reflection. Tall, thin, not moving, just watching. Daniel felt frozen in place. Then the whisper returned, right beside his ear. "You found me." The lights went out. Darkness swallowed the room completely. Daniel heard slow footsteps moving across the floor. One step, 2 steps, 3, getting closer. He fumbled in his pocket for his phone, trying to turn on the flashlight. But before he could, a cold hand grabbed his wrist. Daniel screamed. The lights suddenly flickered back on. The room was empty again. No shadow, no footsteps, nothing. Only the cassette player. And now, the tape had started playing again. But this time the voice was different. It wasn't the woman anymore. It was a man.low.com. Watching. And the voice said only one sentence. "Now someone else is in room 309. Then the cassette stopped. Daniel slowly looked toward the door. The hallway light outside flickered, casting eerie shadows. And the door was closing by itself. Creak, click, locked. Daniel realized something terrifying. He lunged for the handle, yanking on it with all his might. It wouldn't move. He was trapped inside. And somewhere in the room, somewhere in the dark corners where the light didn't reach, something was breathing, a slow, steady, patient sound. He was no longer a guest. He was now part of the story of room 309. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.